Is your feminine energy actually making things worse? What if the polarity advice you've been following is backfiring in your relationship? Well, if your man struggles with addiction, listen up before you lean back. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mireille Nicole, a relationship coach for women, and I'm all about guiding you towards your happily ever after and helping you tackle the tough stuff in love with grace and wisdom. In today's video, we're talking about how the feminine and masculine energy polarity advice that's so popular in the relationship world might backfire for you if this is present in your relationship. Addiction. Now, if you're new here, I teach a lot about embodying your feminine energy in relationships. In fact, polarity work completely transformed my own marriage. I used to be very much in my masculine energy, controlling, planning, managing everything, and learning to lean back, let go, and receive allowed my husband to show up in such beautiful, powerful ways. It helped get us from shaky ground and me wondering if we were even going to make it as a couple to a place that's even better than the honeymoon phase now. But here's the thing no one tells you. This approach doesn't always work. And in some cases, it can actually be harmful. So if your partner struggles with addiction, substance use, or compulsive behaviors, this kind of polarity advice may backfire. Otherwise, I agree that polarity relationship advice works great. Before we go further, don't forget to grab my free emotional detachment cheat sheet. It's linked below, and it'll help you stay calm, grounded when your emotions are running high, especially when you're navigating life with a loved one who is struggling with addiction. Okay, so let's start by defining quickly what polarity work really is. So in a nutshell, it's the idea that in romantic relationships, we create attraction and harmony by embracing opposing energy, masculine and feminine. Now, these are cosmic energies, so don't think of them in terms of gender. Look at it from the perspective of contrast and magnetisms, of magnets being attracted to one another, right? Yes, both genders do embody both energy, and feminine energy is all about flow, receptivity, surrendering, trust, intuition, empathy. And masculine energy is all about structure, direction, leadership, ambition, achieving goals. And it sounds beautiful, right? It's like the perfect combo to go together. And it is beautiful when both people are resource, or both partners, I should say, are stable and able to play those roles. And no, I don't mean play in terms of manipulation. I mean really embody these two energies to bring the benefits of both to the relationship and to the partnership, because it can reignite chemistry, it creates harmony in the relationship, and it makes each person feel seen and valued for what they can bring and what they do for the relationship. Like I said, I've experienced this myself firsthand, and I've watched it happen with countless clients of mine. But what if your partner is constantly overwhelmed, right? What if their nervous system is already fried, literally, from making 1,000 micro decisions just to get through the day because they're battling an addiction or a compulsion? They're always making these decisions and trying to hold back and trying not to, and doing and then feeling bad, right? That's a lot of decision making that for someone who doesn't struggle with these issues might not be able to relate to or empathize with. And the typical polarity advice says to let him lead. But if he's mentally overloaded, like I said, that might be the last thing he needs. And what I've come to realize, and this is still a work in progress for myself, is that modifying how you invite your addicted partner to lead when you know he's maxed out, that's going to be critical in this situation. So instead of saying things like, you decide, offer simple options like, would you rather take the kids or clean up the kitchen? Or something even simpler like, a yes or no, or something he can easily say no to, is what I've learned throughout this process. The key is lowering the stakes and offering clarity without taking over. You're still respecting his masculine energy and decision-making role, but you're making it easier for him to engage without adding to the pressure and overwhelm. And this is especially important if your partner already struggles with guilt or shame around their addiction. The last thing you want is to make him feel like he's failing at one more thing or putting him in a spot where he might feel like he is. Now, I'm not an addiction expert by any means. I'm a relationship coach sharing my own experience with this topic. But if you want expert level support, make sure to check out resources on the CRAFT method or the books I mentioned in my last video on addiction. And if you haven't watched that one yet, it's all about 10 ways to support your addictive partner or spouse without giving ultimatums or losing yourself in the process. So I'll link to it below. And remember to grab your emotional detachment cheat sheet. It's free and it'll help you stay emotionally strong and steady in these tough moments. I hope this helps you navigate this incredibly nuanced situation with more compassion, wisdom, and grace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if this video spoke to you. I'll see you in the next one, and make sure to watch this next.